Alright, so this is my reaction to the final episode of Season 1 of The Owl House. Let us get started. Wait, the unauthorized? Written by no name, but it's also a very old book.
Magic was so potent, all life on the Isles evolved to wield magic too.
Oh, that's what they're talking about, the Titan in the last episode. Because they're like, oh, the Titan gave us power. Okay.
For years we explored those powers freely. Until a mysterious witch appeared who declared that he, and he alone, could speak to the island.
Wow, what a nut job.
His teachings took hold, his strength grew, and he became Emperor Belos. Belos said that mixing magic was wrong, that only he had that right. So he created the Coven system. And there our knowledge was restricted, and our potential sealed away. Those who resist are called wild witches, and they face harsh punishment. Emperor Belos has since retreated into his castle. There are whispers that say he's planning something big.
Huh. Well, he is, from what we saw, he was, pretty sick, and he needs some life juice to keep him going. And if he's planning something big, you know, you never know. He could just be over here like, I want the entirety of the Titan now. Maybe that's what he's sucking from, you know? It's like the bone marrow of the Titan. He's sucking the life juice from it. From the bone marrow. Since the bones are still here, you know? Okay. Very interesting. I did want to take a look at what was written in the beginning. The Boiling Isles, named after the raging hot water of the boiling sea, are composed of the bones of a fallen titan. Throughout the ages, other monumental bones have been sighted in the boiling seas, raising the possibility that many such creatures stalked the demon realm in aeons past. But as yet, the Titan of the Boiling Isles remains the only complete skeleton known. Where did the Titans come from? How did they perish? I hope one day we can uncover these mysteries. Okay, so the history of the Titans, but also the unofficial history of the Boiling Isle. And then, yeah, we're getting a little bit more of Emperor Belos, who's just out here like, yes, I can talk to the Titan. He tells me that y'all been doing it all wrong. Excuse me, sir? Okay, so he was the one who made the Coven system. I mean, I think we can pretty much gather on that. And then we have the Wild Witches, which, you know, this also kind of looks like a little magic sucker. Or it's just something that uses magic for lighting. But, you know. So I was looking at this and, like, it reminded me of last episode when Lilith was thinking or staring at the pictures of, like, Emperor Belos using his fucking light and, like, the people screaming in the background of that scene. Okay. Anyways, goddamn, they really just jam-packed me with history in the first minute.
What do you think, Luce? Luce?
She's having sad music right now. To a young witch from her proud witch.
Because today, I'm saving Ida.
Oh, you're gonna save her in this episode? Okay. I mean, I guess that's what the final episode is for, huh? It would have gone over to the next season if the last episode was the final episode, but I guess we're saving Ida this episode, and then we'll figure out what we have in season 2, if it happens.
This is serious, King. Ida
Oh my
used
God.
powers to save me and got caught by Lilith.
And what are you gonna do?
I'm going to rescue her.
Girl, Ida got caught because of you. Well, I guess that's why it's her right to right the problem.
He's the Emperor. He's the most powerful witch alive. King, please try to understand. Ida is in this situation because of me. Because of my stupid choice. I have to make up for it.
Yeah, she has to right it. She has to right her wrong.
Well then, I'm going too. King, me and Ida don't always see eye to eye, but I do consider her family.
We were thinking about how easy it is to animate King since he doesn't even move his mouth.
Alright, then we've got no time to lose.
Ooh, hold on. Hold on. You gave me another page? Before he ascended to the throne, Emperor Belos it just looks like it says gamer to me. He's a gamer. He gained prominence. He gained prominence as a crusader for unity during the Savage Ages, so that's what they were talking about when witches were just doing all the wild magic that they wanted. He believes that chaos comes from wild magic, I would presume, and he wants to bring peace by controlling such magic in a coven system. He rules by fear and an iron fist, and his past remains largely unknown. Nevertheless, the Savage Ages caused such devastation that many people have proved willing to follow him. Okay, so he came during a trifle time. A trife? He came during a bad time. And so people saw him as a savior, and he used that to his advantage. And also he did the whole God spoke to me shit, except it was the Titan who spoke to him. The throne is empty. Oh, she's just... Damn. Hell yeah for Ida, just tearing up the fucking throne room.
Don't look at me like that. This is for your own good. Emperor Belos will heal you and we'll be in his coven together. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, kneel before Emperor Belos.
Oh my god. Damn, dude. It was on sight for Ida.
I apologize for my sister's rash behavior. She is still in her cursed form.
I mean, I think she might have still done it. Even if she wasn't in a cursed form, or she could have run away, but you know.
I'm sure she will become a useful asset to the coven.
Oh my god.
Where am I? What is this? Farts. I got caught.
The infamous Owl Lady, the Wild Witch of Bonesborough, mentor of Luce the Human.
You stay away from her, or so help me, Titan.
So help me God, so help me Titan.
I just want the portal she came through.
Oh, you want to come through to the human world.
I could ask the human herself.
Wait! Don't touch her! Lilith! Don't let him hurt her! Lilith! Oh, taking her to the healing ceremony?
I will not be healing her.
What? Tixies backsies.
This is the Titan's will.
The Titans will. Goddamn, dude. Really out here just putting it on God.
All wild witches must be dealt with before the day of unity.
How long are...
You understand, don't you?
Of course.
Good.
Alright, I don't want to continuously pause throughout this episode, but I really want to.
Destroy Owl Lady's stuff.
What? You can't destroy Albert! Well, Lilith, you know that whole thing what I said last episode where I was like, oh, I hope Lilith comes in and help.
For the crime of attacking a coven leader and refusing to join a coven, Evelyn Clotthorn's body shall be petrified in stone.
First petrification.
The Conformatorium. Willow, are you watching? Yes, we have to do something.
Today is a grave day for Bonesborough.
It's a grave day at Bonesborough.
Only done to the worst criminals. And once the spell is complete, it can't be reversed.
Oh.
She cursed Ida. She captured her own sister. She is the worst. I ever see her again? Luce, calm down. We have to think about saving Ida first.
Damn.
We'll have to do something so diabolical, so criminally insane, that they'll have to send us to the Conformatorium. Hey!
Do not step.
Yep. Perfect plan.
Hold on, what did that say? Unwanted? No, it says wanted. Someone who's doing the peekaboo. It's like that, except he's using like the little, I don't know, the little fucking beams on his on his hand as like eyes. It's like that one monster from the horror movie. God, I love it when I understand pop reference despite never actually seeing the movie. Wow, dude. It's kind of fucked up. Join the... Oh, shit. She's on a revenge kick right now. She's about to kick Lilith's ass. Petrification today at sundown. Anyways, as I was saying, it's kind of fucked.
Has been apprehended. Very good.
Warden Raff? Oh my god.
Oh, I've waited to see you again.
Wow.
Now I'll have my revenge, and you'll have front row seats to Ida's demise.
That yell. Damn, dude.
Where's Ida?
She's in the holding cell in the dungeon.
Draw me a map.
Draw me a map.
If we know anything about Luce, she's going to be here trying to save Ida. And we'll be here to save her when she needs us. Let's split up and find her.
There's...
You let the human escape! And you drew her a map?
And you drew her a map. My god. Ida's really coming in. Sorry. Luz is really coming in here. What the hell?
Ida!
Ooh.
Ida, wait! It's me! Luz! Oh no.
Should have expected her.
Your magic isn't strong enough for this. You need to leave. Now. But I can't. It's my fault you needed to save me. It's my fault you got...
How many papers you got?
I'm here because of my own actions. I went against Belos' law, and for a while I was able to get away with it. But without magic, I can't do much. I don't regret anything. I lived freely, and I got to meet you.
Oh.
You need to leave. Now. But we're a family. Us weirdos have to stick together. Remember?
Oh my god. It's like a fucking car key. The Empress is like, where's the portal? Where's this portal that you brought the human Luz from? It was just in her hair.
Use your fire magic to destroy the portal door. I don't know why Belos wants it, but we can't take any chances. I love you, Ida.
Oh.
Luz, get away. No! Not yet! I'm sorry.
Oh my god, I could have broken her butt. Her tailbone, you know?
Let me go!
Huh.
I'm too late. At least I found you, human. You hurt Ida. You put her in chains. And now, I will take
Oh,
you.
back on that revenge kick. She was never off of it, but you know.
I just want to talk. Talk to the glyph, witch.
Oh, talk to the glyph. I like that. I think, but also like how she able to just. It's an inventory system, you know. She knows exactly what spell she's gonna pull out, but I like the idea that she like has multiple papers to multiply the spell.
Stop! What's wrong with you?
Oh,
Luz!
oh, that's where yeah, that's where she came from. So, well, there's no magic in here.
You deserve to be petrified, not Ida. You're right.
Damn.
Why did you do all this? When Adolin and I were younger, we were the best of friends.
What?
With the spell declared, let the pain be shared.
Oh my god.
Being in the Emperor's Coven was my dream. Ida wanted to be with me, but there was a problem.
One spot is available. You duel tomorrow.
What?
I knew Adolin would beat me. She was younger.
Oh my god. I'm over here like, man, last episode, I was like, Lilith was giving young sister energy, but then at the same time, like, in the beginning, I was just like, no, the younger sister would be the one who would be better. Anyways, I've learned now. I was incorrect.
Emperor Belos always said, to be great you have to make sacrifices. What would he do in my situation?
Curse his own sibling?
That would take away her powers.
God, you see how skinny that neck was? I guess you should have read the fine print, huh?
No. I refuse to battle my sister.
She cursed her and then...
And as Edelin walked away...
Whoops! Aw, a young were-owl. Damn, they had rocks on the...
Lilith Clawthorn, we welcome you to the Emperor's Coven!
I made my sacrifice for the Emperor, and it was time to receive my reward. I've been pursuing Edelin because if she joined the Emperor's Coven, Emperor Belos told me he would heal her curse. But he lied to me.
Who would have thought?
How do I know I can trust you?
A pact? Oh, give her... Oh, look at Albert and his little feetsies.
We need your help to save Ida.
Thank you.
Huh. So Lilith's magic still works here, but when Luz did it, it didn't do anything in terms of like the paper magic.
The petrification process is about to begin.
Oh, that's the machine that they were showcasing in the book. Oh, and I guess all the other pictures that they showed was the petrification.
You can take this up to the stage where they're holding Edelin. I will stay in the Emperor's Coven, but I will make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
Wait, why are there no guards around?
What? Wow, he was just... He was really just sitting there like a fucking villain, dude. He was just sitting there with the lights turned off. Oh.
Choose the wrong side.
Oh, I guess you're not in the Witch's Emperor's Coven anymore.
Hello, Edelin.
Lilith, you hurt Luce. You cursed me. Before anything turns me to stone, I'll tear you apart. No, don't! She was trying to help.
If I knew something like this would happen, Edelin...
We gotta do something.
And in a shocking turn of events, head Coven leader Lilith is now in the holding cage, escorted by what appears to be a deranged cat. Augustus? I'm live!
Dad,
A deranged cat.
happening to Ida isn't right. She might not always follow the rules, but she hasn't done anything worthy of a petrification.
She helped me escape jail.
She helps me stay in business.
She helped me love teaching again. After she left.
The Emperor should let Ida go. Let my friends go, or
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh my god. How hard was Luz's back, or how fragile was that statue?
Had enough.
not even close.
Oh, wow.
But try that again and things won't end well for you.
So you're telling me I should do it again?
If you want to save
Ah, the
me,
big picture.
give me the portal to the human realm.
My home.
You probably think we want to invade the human realm. But the Titan's Well is not so boorish.
We don't want to invade the human realm. We just wanted to visit the human realm and tell them about the greatness that is the Titan.
Fine.
It's still so funny to me. It's just a car key. I love you, lo siento. Or I'm sorry, actually. She's like, sorry, mom. I'm giving you up.
Titan will be pleased.
Actually, what did she say you gonna...
I made
Okay, I was thinking, I'm like, she probably... Ah, so she's saying sorry to her mom because she's not coming back. She's destroyed currently the only source. Emperor Belos would just be like, alright, get back down here.
What do we do? Spell wasn't completed. Maybe I can help her find it. No! What is happening? Free them now!
Okay.
Let's fly!
Wow, the petrification really... Everybody's cheering for them as they fly off into the moon.
Children of the Isles, the Titan has told me to spare the Owl Lady's life, but in return, her curse will strip away all her powers. Let her monstrous form be a lesson about the dangers of wild magic.
It wasn't that she escaped.
Oh, sister. I should have done this a long time ago. With this spell declared, let the pain be shared.
So what, you're half cursed now?
Yeah! Can you still do magic?
Oh, they both now have, like, 2 gray eyes, which is what the curse is?
That's a no. It'll take some time to get used to this. I feel that I've been weakened as well.
It's okay. I can teach you what I know, and what we don't know, we can learn together.
Wow.
And that's how we escaped from the Emperor. Everyone told me he was the most powerful witch alive. But look at this, Mom. It chipped off a piece of his mask. I know he's not invincible now. It's a strange feeling, having gone through so much and not having you here to share it with. And I don't know when or how I'm going to see you again.
Well, you can't charge your phone now, right? Since the...
We'll be keeping an eye on the inhabitants of the Owl House. In the meantime, the Day of Unity is almost upon us, and we have much.
That's the one that stands next to him. Ah, he's building... Well, he still has the pieces, so she just delayed him for a while. So Emperor Belos is just gonna be, Emperor Belos is just gonna be building the portal in the next season. Because he's, again, he just wants to go into the human world, visit a little, you know? And also, Luz is like, I'll find my way back home to you, Mom, somehow. Well, here we are. You could probably do that with the portal that the king, the emperor is making. I made mention in the Patreon users intro that I wonder if this is the setup, in the last episode, if this was the setup to season 2 to saving Ida, and the answer is actually no. We already saved Ida. The only problem, that is going to persist into season 2 is that she doesn't have, what is it? She doesn't have magic, at the very least, powerful magic that she used to, as what Emperor Belos said, right? The Titan told me that they're going to, the Titan wants to save Ida, but the curse is just going to eat away at her magic. And towards the end of all of that, we were showcased in the, Jesus Christ, I don't even know how to talk right now. We were shown that Lilith has this spell where she shares the pain, and so she decides to do it with Ida. And she shares the pain with Ida, and in this case, she shares half the curse, and that... I think this is the new one, right? She gets a little, like, gray... Yeah, she gets this, like, a little grayness in her hair, which is very nice, but I really do enjoy that, like, they both now have, like, the gray eyes of, like, the curse. Ida still isn't, her gem isn't filled up, it's still black, but, you know, she's in human form and she can't use magic. While Lilith feels considerably weakened because of the curse, but she still has a lot of magic, while Ida has no magic. She used all of it. Okay. Oh god, what a condensed episode. These last 2 episodes, very fun. I very much enjoy it. I find it very fun that they're like, yeah, you know, Amity fucking broke her leg during that match, and that's why she can't be here for the last 2 episodes. She's just been in bed all day. Ah, goodness gracious, dude. Goodness gracious. So, I kind of already gone through the beginning of all this. We have Luz who's going about talking she's going to save Ida because she was the reason why Ida got caught in the first place, to which Ida says later on, actually no, I got caught because of my own actions, you know, the Emperor wouldn't have caught me if I actually did what he wanted, right, joined the Coven and all that jazz. So it was through my action, and this is Ida, you know, trying to make Luz not feel guilty. Man, I guess we've been seeing Luz, like, in this episode, we really get to see Luz showcasing all the magic spells that she's learned, and we've seen her practice, and we've seen her use it from time to time, but, like, this is her, like, going all out, you know, having 500 pieces of paper that she's pre-drawn, you know, like, that's a lot of prep right there, dude. She's out here, I presume she's been drawing them on the daily, and, you know, just stocking up. It's a lot of paper that she needs, you know, a lot of trees cut. But, you know, this 12-year-old, this 13, this 14-year-old is like, I'm gonna go and fuck up, well, she's not gonna fuck up the Emperor. I'm gonna fuck up Lilith for causing pain to Ida, and I'm gonna go save Ida. I'm gonna just storm right into his fucking castle. And I love that King was here being like, look, I may not see eye to eye with Ida, but we're family. And that's just how that goes. I'm gonna join you. And King did absolutely, well, actually, no, he did do one thing. He stopped Ida from tearing Lilith apart. So we had a little scene with Beast Ida and Lilith, who is still acting like nothing is wrong. Well, yeah, her sister's cursed and all that, but she's like, well, you know, the Emperor said he was gonna heal her. So, I'm just doing what he wants, and Lilith has been pursuing this for so many years, it's a sunk cost fallacy at this point, where, like, alright, I've been pursuing Ida for this many years, once this happens, I'm gonna cash out, and I'm gonna get, you know, my just reward, only for the Emperor to head on in and be like, actually, you know what, never mind. Well, actually, he never said never mind, but he basically just told her, like, look, everybody, all the wild witches are gonna get it for the Day of Unity, which I still don't know when is the Day of Unity, but he's like, the Day of Unity is here, and the whole Unity thing is, I guess he wants to, unite with the human realm. Again, he's not here to invade the human realm, he's just here to, show them how great his teachings of the Titans are. I've got to make mention, but there's this one part when he opens up the, right here, when he gets his fucking staff out. At first, I'm just like, man, it looks like an IV thing, because I think it might be, because, like, you see this little tube, it's, like, connected to his hand, it looks like, because, well, oh, it really just pops up out of nowhere. Yeah, I really like that. It's retractable, you know? It goes right into his hand, it looks like. Because he just does this, and it just comes right out. But again, there's that tube right there. It really looks like... it really... The first thing I thought about when I saw that staff is I'm like, wow, it's the hospital. Yeah, it's like a fucking IV drip for him, dude. His staff is his IV drip. He's a sickly old witch. There's Amity with her broken foot. She's watching TV with the TV. Well, she's watching the news with the TV on her thigh. Perry Porter. So that is Gus's dad. When I saw him, I was like, he looks familiar. But I didn't really make much thought about it. But okay, very fun that like they make an announcement about oh no, the nose thief. Oh, the nose thief. I'm thinking about the nose thief now. The announcement that Perry Porter makes, where he says, this is a grim day for Bonesborough, which I was like, well, that's interesting. Like, I mean, obviously, Ida didn't really have she doesn't have a good reputation, but it's just she doesn't have a bad reputation. You know, but also depends on who we're talking with. But it is interesting that that's how people took the news of Ida being captured. Like, oh man, I don't know if she deserves to be petrified. Today is a grave day for Bonesborough. And then they also said first petrification in 30 years. It's like the announcement of like, we've never had a death sentence in the past 30 years until now, you know? We're about to fucking publicly execute somebody. And King did make mention about like the petrification where once the spell is complete, it can't be reversed. But if it's not completed, it can be reversed, and quite fast it seems. Or at least with the help of Lilith's magic. I would kind of presume, because, like, you know, the idea of petrification is that they're not, well, but also it could be different here in this world. But for the general idea of petrification is that you are technically still alive. You know, you are technically still alive, but also depends on, again, it depends on what kind of magic you decide petrification is, but, like, you could still be seeing, like, alive. Like, you can still just watch people, but you can't say anything, which is an awful thing, you know, knowing that you're stuck as a statue for, like, several hundred millions of years and you can't do anything until your statue is finally broken. I'll be honest with you, when I was thinking about petrification, I was thinking about that, I was thinking about Baldur's Gate 3, when you go into the witch's cabin. I forgot what the hag, that's not the witch, the hag. You go into the hag's cabin, and, like, she's got all of her, like, all of her trophies, and there's that one guy who's been petrified. And then you can choose to unpetrify him, and he's just like, why'd you petrify me? Why'd you cure me? I'm dying of a fucking disease right now. And if you don't have, you know, if you don't have the cure or whatever, I can't remember if it was the hag who cursed him or not. But yeah, if you don't cure him of it, he just dies. Good shit, dude. Good shit. Anyways, we had Luz, who, again, was on her revenge kick. She out here like, I'm gonna fuck this lady up. Next time I see her, throws the frickin' the globe on the floor. So they gotta figure out how to get into the Conformatorium. Conformatorium. Okay. They did the unthinkable, which is do not step on grass, and there they go, straight into jail. What does that one said? Teeth Magus? God, he's like $1 million. Teeth Magus. So like he's like a mage, but for teeth? Oh my god. Does that mean he can just like pull your teeth out? He could be a good dentist, but like, you telling me he could just pull your teeth out like that? With magic? Or is he using his own teeth? Anyways. The poor statues, dude. They're always, like, in fear because that's the last thing that they see. Is like, oh my god, I'm about to fucking die. Or at least I'm about to be petrified. Which, again, I still don't know whether that is them actually dying or they're still alive within that statue. Three-eyed toad, 000, and then snake eater. Snake eater? Snake? Okay, so, and then the Snatcher, which looks, honestly, kind of spooky, but they're not as much as, was it the Nose Thief? There's this one for 700. I can't remember. Was it the Nose Thief, or was it no, it was the Teeth Magus. He was like $1 million. I like that they had this picture of Lilith. Lilith's really out here posing with a sword that she doesn't use. Okay, so they made their way into the Conformatorium, where we see Warden Raff again. We haven't seen him since the first episode, and of course we've got to have a little bits and pieces of like the first episode to be like, look, it's the finale. Here are the characters you haven't seen since the beginning, you know, since episode 1, since the pilot. Yeah, we've got Warden Raff, and again with like the whole thing of Luz showcasing her skills. Is the Emperor's Coven just kind of fucking shit or what? Also, I do enjoy her trying to be intimidating and be like, draw me a map. I need a Google map of this place right now. If you give me written instructions, you're gonna get it. Oh yeah, here are some of the people who are asking, you really think Ida deserves a petrification? Her friends are here, and they just got the audience to be like, free Ida, and I guess, you know, Emperor Belos took that and he's just like, well, the Titan's will said she's gotta go free. God, dude, absolutely useless, these people. You know, these people have, like, similar eyes to the Emperor. I don't know where I was going with that one. But Luz gets into the cage where Ida is. She's unable to break the chains, and Ida eventually has to just go up for the petrification. But, again, this is the part that I made mention before, where Ida tells Luz that, hey, it was my fault. It was my fault that I got caught in the first place. You know, I've been breaking the rules this whole entire time, but I've lived freely, I enjoyed my life, and I got to meet you. Which is very nice, very nice. Oh yeah, there's also this mention of, like, us weirdos have to stick together, remember? Which is the first episode, again, like, with Ida. I think it was Ida telling Luz, us weirdos gotta stick together. Okay. Very fun. We also have the, oh yeah, Emperor Belos made talk to Ida about, like, where's the key to the human world? And the key to the human world was in her hair this entire time, to which I will ask, if the key was in her hair, and she gets petrified, like, I would presume the key gets petrified too, right? Or it's just stuck in her stone hair. Who knows? But, yeah, the key was out here, and I just love that they just click it like it's a fucking car key. Every time I do it, I just keep I have the car noises in my head, you know, every time I see them press it. Ida tells Luz, go back to the human world. Belos wants the portal to the human world for some reason, and, Ida just happens to be currently the only one with the key to the portal. How'd she find out? Who knows? But she did say, use your fire magic to destroy the portal door once you're home. So she gets taken out. That's when Lilith comes in, and Lilith wants to help Luz because she realized, oh no! The Emperor lied to me this whole time! Who would have thought, right? Who would have thought? But as I said again, it's probably sunk cost fallacy that has been keeping her throughout this whole entire thing, and, you know, just trying to hold on to any semblance of hope, because what is Lilith to do if she finds out, oh, I cursed you and now it's gotta be forever? I thought it was just, well, I can talk about that in a bit, but Luz and Lilith have a bit of a fight, albeit Lilith wasn't really trying to fight her because she's like, yo, I just want to talk right now, so we don't actually know how well Luz would be able to handle Lilith if she actually does go all out. Because, you know, before then, all Luz have been fighting are just incompetent guards at the Conformatorium. So they fight, and they end up into the human world. King rushes over to them too, because why the heck not, you know? He's gotta be there somehow and do something. I actually want to look at this again. Huh. She does this little magic ring, and then magic kind of just fizzles out. And again, I was kind of wondering, I'm like, this magic... Because they said the whole thing with the Titan on the Boiling Isle is that the Titan has, like, such prominent amount of magic that if you're on the island, the Boiling Isles, you're gonna get that magic, right? Magic is everywhere. It's the wild magic. And here is Luz using, I would presume maybe... the core, I was gonna say the chorus. The purist? I don't know. She's doing something. She's luring from the wild. She's luring magic from the wild, is what I'm trying to say. Luz ends up saying, you deserve to be petrified, not Ida. And Lilith's just like, yeah, you right. So Lilith goes into her backstory when Idalin and her was younger. We also finally find out that, yes, Lilith is, in fact, the older sister. And Ida is the younger sister, but but in terms of that trope, Ida's the little sister, and that means that she has to be better than her bigger sister. She talks about how they used to be the best of friends, and we get to see the showcase of the with this spell declared, let the pain be shared, which I'm just over here like, that's kind of funny. I'm not gonna heal you. We're gonna take, but it's also like it's like a almost like a spell that you could be made for, like, I was gonna say empathy. You know, like, I now understand your pain, I now share your pain, like, literally. But also, like, it's a pretty good spell if you wanna just be like, you know what, fuck you. You've dealt all this damage to me. Take half of it, you know? Depends on who uses it, you know? You know that one guy in Dragon Ball Z? I think it's the purple guy, right? I remember using him. He was such a fucking cheap-ass character in, like, the fighting game, because his spell and his power, his whole thing is that he can switch to another body. So, like, you could get, like, fucking beaten up this whole entire time, but then if you just use the power and you switch to, like, you swap characters, and, like, the purple guy who's been beating up this whole entire time, like, you could just get beaten up, you swap, and then you fucking take the kill from the other person who's been beating up your guy. I don't know if that makes any sense. But also, if you don't know Dragon Ball Z and you don't know what I'm talking about, you know. Anyways, yeah, Lilith made mention about how she wanted to work alongside the most powerful witch on the Isle, so that's why she wants to join the Emperor's Coven. And also make the world a better place? Yeah, sure, whatever, you know. Edelyn, Ida, was a lot stronger, and they only had one position for the Emperor's Coven, and so they would have to duel. And so, you know, that reminds me, Ida actually does, because we have the whole thing of, like, you know, Ida and Luz, maybe they are similar, and perhaps Luz reminds Ida of her younger self. And so that whole idea of, like, Ida going and say, actually, you know what, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight, you know, I was like, you can take it. But Lilith, on the other hand, she goes straight into the night market, and she says, Emperor Belos always says, to be great, you have to make sacrifices. And she's like, well, I guess the sacrifice is, I'm just gonna curse my sister, and also I don't read the fine print of this curse. So she had to cheat, which actually, now that I think about it, that's like the first thing that we saw Lilith do against Ida, or at least against with Amity against Luz, but still it's basically against Ida, right? Is that she cheated, and she used a magic amplifier on an Amity, which it's a very fun observation when you think about that, and, like, we get back to this point where, like, she has to fight Ida for the Emperor's Coven, and she cheats her way in. Even if the cheat didn't exactly work, she didn't exactly defeat Ida. Ida took the high road and, like, was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. So, even though the cheat didn't work, you know, her first path onto the Emperor's Coven was through cheating. So yeah, she thought that this was just going to be one day, but it seems like it was her entire life. Anyways, yeah, there was the whole thing of, like, nah, I ain't joining no coven. I ain't fighting my sister. I'm out of here. And then she gets cursed, and we get to see tiny Ida in her beast form, which is very cute. I just love these people with, like, rocks in their pockets. They just had rocks in their pocket. They're like, get out of here, you little monster. Lilith should have seen that the Emperor's Coven weren't so nice, you know? Not even to someone like her sister. Really just told her to get the fuck out. But she got welcomed into the Emperor's Coven. She made her sacrifice for the Emperor. It was time to receive her reward, which is being in the Emperor's Coven. And then the Emperor told her that if he brings Edelyn, I keep saying Edelyn now, but Ida, whatever, to him, he would cure her, but it was all a lie. Albert with his little feetsies is still very funny. Lilith was supposed to destroy the staff, but she didn't, so she gives it back to she gives it to Luz as a way to be like, well, you know, here's a symbol of maybe this is how you can trust me. I'm giving you back Ida's staff. Very fun that they go in. We've got the win, right? Telling Luz to, like, take a look back at what you're what you're missing or what you're leaving behind. And Luz is like, I don't even need to take a moment to look. Even though she did look back. But, you know, I don't need any moment. Just one glance back is all you need to know. The petrification starts. We get to see that statue that was in the book, which is, you know, fantastic, you know? You know, now that I think about it, I was pondering about the idea of human batteries, but in this case, there aren't any humans here, so demon battery, or which batteries? Could you still do that if they're petrified, you know? Are you also petrifying their mana? Because he's getting green juice from somewhere. Oh, now that I think about it. Was the last episode when they gave him that little thing, was that thing a petrified stone? 1 second. Doesn't look petrified to me, but it still does look like a stone type creature. Okay. Still could be a possibility. I mean, he's getting life juice from somewhere, and he is an old man, and he is trying to preserve his life or whatever. Who knows? But whatever he needs the portal to the human world for the Day of Unity or whatever, and also for the day. Well, you see, he says before the Day of Unity arrives, which is, I feel like the Day of Unity could just continuously be pushed past, like, oh, we're not ready for the Day of Unity yet, you know? But he needs to capture all the wild witches for the Day of Unity, and he also needs to open the portal to the human world for the Day of Unity, which, you know, I don't know, maybe he just needs a lot of magic, and he has literally a group of witches ripe for picking, for persecution. I don't know, he just has them to, again, get his little life juices from. Lilith takes Luz to this platform, where it just take you up to the stage. Which I'm like, great, but Emperor Belos really be out here like, sitting in the fucking, he's just sitting in the darkness, just like, yes, I knew you'd be here. He just needs a cat, you know? Or in the words of Gus's dad, a deranged cat. That is king. Oh, you know, before this, Lilith was telling Luz, I'm gonna stay with the Emperor's Coven and make sure this never happens again. And I'm like, okay, you know, you do you, Suzaku, you know, you do you. Even though I'm Japanese, I'm still gonna stay on the Emperor's side. That's a Code Geass reference. I don't know why I'm so thinking about other media right now. Anyways, I guess Lilith is not going to stay in the Emperor's Coven and do the right, or make sure this never happens again, because she is out now. The Emperor has found out. Ah, yes, here's the part where King stops Ida from annihilating Lilith. Ida was really gonna be like, you know what? I'm about to be petrified anyway, so before I get petrified, I'm gonna fuck you up. Good for Ida. Good for Ida. Gus and Willow comes up onto the TV to be like, she doesn't deserve to be petrified, so getting the crowd all riled up. And I love that, like, this is the guy we've seen in the first episode, right? She helped me escape jail. She helped me stay in business from all the fucking elixirs. And I love that even Principal Bop is like, yeah, she helped me love teaching again after she left. Oh, very fun. So anyways, the Emperor decides that he's gonna play a little bit with Luz, and he is the most powerful Emperor alive. The most powerful witch alive. That's what King told Luz, and we can see it in this fight, which is very fun. But since also I just realized he's sitting in a throne made of teeth. Okay, you know, if that's what he wants, He can have it. He can have his teeth thrown. Oh, we see, okay, so the tubing, it could just be connected to his staff, but that's what it kind of looks like. That, like, the tubing goes and it connects back to his staff. But it would be fun if it was connected to his arm. Like an IV drip. Ida gets hit with the petrification beam because she was protecting Lilith and King. Here is Emperor Belos being like, you probably think we want to invade the human realm. Nah! So, Luz takes out the key because it's the only thing that she can do. She literally cannot defeat Emperor Belos in a magic battle. He is simply way too powerful for her. And so she gives him the briefcase, but before that she had slapped, oh yeah, I think it is going into his hand, isn't it? We're looking at his IV drip again. It looks like it's going straight into his hand. God. You know, the idea of, like, a medical staff? That's what I mean, the idea of a staff that just, like, goes straight into, like, your palm and, like, sucks out your magic. Pretty neat. I like the idea of that. I mean, we've got certain ideas of that for, like, blades, you know, like a blade that functions on, like, your blood. And then, like, just other types of, like, blood weapons as well, but I like the idea of this IV drip staff. So she gives him the suitcase so that she could go up, but she's over here like, I may have lost, but so have you! And so, yeah, she's got all her spells, which I didn't realize she could activate far away. I didn't realize she could do that. I thought she had to, like, touch it first, at the very least. But maybe she has them on, like, a delayed timer. Like, she already touched it, but it's been delayed for 15 seconds. I don't know. But it went on fire. The Emperor's just like, well played, kid, you know? Again, I'm like, I think he could have just, like, pulled the fucking platform down. He'd be like, hey, hold on, get the fuck back down here. Are you telling me that Emperor Belos can't pull the damn stage down? But yeah, she comes out, she fucks up the machine. And since the petrification is not completed, I guess she's able to reverse it, and with the help of Lilith. Ida wakes up, she gets on top, and then they go off as the crowd cheers for them as they fly off into the night. And Emperor Belos comes out and be like, the Titan has told me to spare the owl lady's life. Yeah, sure, the Titan told you that, buddy. But he still makes an example, right? Let her monstrous form be a lesson about the dangers of wild magic. Okay. Yeah. I've kind of already made mention about, like, this whole curse thing. And I guess Lilith is either gonna be around the owl house much more often, or she's gonna be living in the owl house since, you know, she's technically a fugitive now, like Ida. God, the sisters in crimes now. Well, both sisters are now in crimes. Good for them, you know? Good for them. I did think that it was very fun. I don't know why I use fun as, like, the word. But with Ida being unable to use magic, Luz is just over here like, yeah, I can teach you what I know. Here's this magic system that you can use without having a magic supply. But then I'm also like, Luz has strong magic because of the whole, like, she can move the entire house thing? I don't know. But also from this screen, oh my god, Ida's tall as hell, what the? Again. Luz uses the human portal to charge her phone. She can't charge her phone anymore, so she's gonna lose access to her phone. It says she's got 3 bars of battery right now, but... And also, she got a piece of his mask. It chipped out, and she took it, so now she has a piece of his mask, and I don't know, like, you think his mask is made out of special material? He's like, yeah, each chip of my mask, I can track it down wherever. Not that they really need to track it down, because, like, the owl house hasn't really moved anywhere yet, so Well, it has moved before, but, you know, I mean, like, it hasn't permanently moved to another place yet. And the Emperor's just like, oh, just keep an eye out on the Owl House. Yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on the inhabitants of the Owl House. And then we are showcased this person again. Again, this is the one that stands right beside Emperor Belos. His right-hand man or right-hand woman, who knows? But I presume we will be seeing this person in the next season, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, these last 2 episodes have been very fun. Again, lore focused, lore heavy, and just some good stuff overall. I can see that they are trying to make some emotional moments with I'm just gonna stand in the middle at this point. Yeah, I can see that they're trying to make some emotional moments with Ida and Luz, and like, I can see it, you know, I totally get it. I don't feel it in my heart, but I understand where they're going with that. Alright, I gotta make a checklist of what is to come in season 2. So, we've got the introduction of Emperor Belos in these last 2 episodes, so that he's now going to be, I mean, he's kind of been the main antagonist this whole time, because, you know, again, Lilith, even though she was here to capture, to capture Ida, she was doing it because of the Emperor. He's now come out, and he's gonna do his shit in season 2. We've got Ida, who is not powerful right now, so I presume she's gonna do what Luz does. But, and also, I don't know, we will try to figure out if we can remove the curse or not. So the curse is still here. It's just a half curse now. Half curses out here. And then we still have Lus, the imposter Luz, who is in the human world. Which, it's like, because initially when they showed that, I was just like, oh, maybe Ida has somehow made an imposter, you know, so she can use any type of magic. Maybe she did that, but then at the same time, like, would she have known? And so the idea is that the moment Luz entered the demon realm, an imposter Luz came out of the portal. Whether they came in and out at the same time, that Luz has to have been the imposter Luz have to have been created around the same time Luz entered that portal, because if she didn't enter that portal, if she didn't go to summer camp that day, then her mom probably would have been like, WTF, where's my daughter? So yeah, they would have to be there at the same day. They would have been created the same day. So I think that's the only 3 that I currently have in my head right now. 3 or 4. But other than that, that was season 1. My thoughts on season 1 overall. It's, when it gets into the lore and the world building and, you know, character progress, it's really good. But unfortunately, there are a lot of episodes that I personally would skip. You know, like the king-centric episodes. I don't really care much for that, mainly because they don't really give me any progress. And so, like, they'll give you, like, a little bit of hints here and there for, like, the story, and maybe even a little bit of the character, but for the most part, it's mainly played for comedy, and I don't have, what I find for comedy-centric episodes, which are often king-centric episodes, is that comedy is funny in the moment, but then once I think about it afterwards, I'm like, did I really get anything out of that? I don't know. You know, I've got a lot of chuckles and ha-has, but, like, it's whatever, you know? Like, I don't, like, for me, like, comedy has to be really funny. Has to really hit for me in order for me to think about it and be reminded of it. You know, that's why I enjoy the lore so much, is because it sticks in my mind. And I often think about them fondly, but comedic moments, not really, you know, it's just you see it and then you forget about it. For the characters, the side characters so far, besides Amity, and Lilith, I would say, besides that, I'm not really, I don't really vibe with them all too much, you know, like, I like Luz and Ida. King, I'm still looking forward to any sort of character progress for him. Again, Amity's great. Willow is fine. Gus is like, he's honestly kind of in the same pile as King for me, unfortunately. In that, like, I don't really care too much about them. The side characters so far is kind of okay for me. They're not bad, but I'm not really, as a person who very much enjoys side characters, I very much look forward to the side characters when they have like their own episodes and stuff. And currently, right now, it's again, it's okay. All my favorite episodes are the Amity episodes, obviously. But yeah, other than that, I don't really care too much about the side characters. And for the main characters, again, I made mention about how like they're really trying to hit you on that emotional beat with Luz and Ida, and you've been seeing it throughout the whole season, right? With how Ida is getting attached to Luz and vice versa. You know, they've gone from teacher student friends to like family, and so I enjoy those aspects of it. I just those and I understand the emotional beat. I just am not really attached to them in terms of emotion. I'm not emotionally attached to them. is what I'm trying to say, but that's not saying that they're bad or anything. You know, like I attach myself to different characters, aka Amity. Again. I understand the emotional beat that they were doing, and I would presume, you know, it could probably hit you even harder on the second watch, third watch, whatever. It might have also hit you in the first watch. But for now, I'm actually too busy thinking about the lore than I am actually thinking about like the emotional beat. But the settings, the world building when it happens is really good so far. I really enjoy this world that is being built, you know, the boiling isles on the boiling sea. And the animation has been pretty good, you know, especially when, when they get into the fight scenes and everything. Spectacular animation. I'm not one to be super hype for fighting animations and all that, but I can see good animation when I see it. And I really enjoy all that. The voice acting has been good as well. There's really no complaints about that for me. Overall, season 1, maybe a little bit too much, a little too many episodes. Season 1, I feel, but it does its job of building up to what I would presume to be a spectacular season 2. You know, it's like Iruma. You gotta build up the character and all the side characters in season 1 for the banger that is Walter Park in season 2. Goddamn, if you are here and you still have not seen Iruma yet, I highly recommend you do, because goddamn, what a fucking great show. If you want a show with great characters, great side characters, amazing world building, the fucking lore when you get it. Look, there are even comedic episodes for you to haha to, alright? Anyways, that's the end of my ad for Iruma. Oh man. I'm excited for season 2. And if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. And that's it, goodbye!